around the globe encounter strange creatures and phenomena that has not yet been known to mankind, not excluding the thousands of missing people that vanish each year in our national parks across the country. By shedding a little light in the dark on these cases, hopefully they will remind you to remember to always look behind you. David Paulides is a writer, researcher, and investigative journalist famous for his authorship on missing people and the subject of mysterious disappearances in national parks. There have been a series of books published by David Paulides which chronicle the many disappearances that have and continue to occur inside or near national parks worldwide. This story is from one of his later books, and I found it extremely disturbing. Mount Shasta, California, 2010. The age of the child who went missing was 3 years old at the time. He was camping with his family on the banks of a large creek. At approximately 6 p.m., he disappeared. The parents searched for their son for a number of hours before contacting the local sheriff and a United States Forest Service. 5 hours after the child went missing, he was found lying in a thicket directly next to a trail the searchers had just been using. About 3 weeks after the accident, the child's grandmother says he told her that he didn't like his other grandma. When she asked him to explain further, he said, "Don't you remember when I was lost in the woods? The other grandma grabbed me and took me to a creepy place. She's really a robot. It was a cave with spiders, and there was purses and guns. I was too scared, so I didn't touch anything. But when she climbed a ladder, the light made her look like a robot. There were other robots too, but they didn't move. She made me lay down to look at my tummy. She told me that I'm from outer space, and they put me in my mom's tummy. Then she took me back to the river and said to wait under the bush until someone found me. She also states that he said, she had your same hair, your feet, and even your face. That scared her deeply, the idea of some kind of doppelganger taking on her own image to abduct her grandson. She says she got the impression that her grandson may have been talking about a hologram because of the way he described the light sparkling on the strange woman. His grandmother was horrified and called the boy's father, who told her that he had also heard the same story from the boy a few days ago. She admitted that she would have written off her grandson's story to a child's overreactive imagination if it wasn't for a strange experience that happened to her a year ago when she was camping in the same area. She claims she woke up one morning, face down in the dirt, having been removed from her tent and sleeping bag, and she had a puncture wound on the back of her head. She said she felt violently ill that morning and felt strangely emotionless, so she thought she'd been bitten by a poisonous spider. She said she was with a friend who'd been sleeping in his separate camper, and he also woke up with a bite on the back of his neck, and he felt ill as well. The only thing strange she could recall was seeing red eyes shining through the trees and their flashlights night before, which they thought were deer.